Thanks a bunch for tuning in to BTV, folks. BetterThanVegas here, and today is Throwback Thursday, and we're going with a little gem called Custom Robo. And I know the title looks a little bit weird. Let me explain. I swear it's not clickbait. It makes a lot of sense. I want to put up a lot of good points. Basically, I believe this game series, at least, because there's actually like 6 or 7 of these, is what led to ARMS. And I'm pretty sure there's some employees from the company who made this game in the ARMS studio making them. I'm willing to bet money. And just a little FYI, today's sponsor is nobody. No one gives a damn what I'm doing with my 12 subscribers. Haha, take that, corporations. But no, seriously, hashtag alone. Hashtag will sell out instantly as soon as there's an availability. I'm gone. Whatever you want to sell, I will tattoo a freaking Pepsi logo onto my thigh if necessary. I'm willing to work with you guys. Pay me. No, I'm just kidding. I just have fun with this. Okay, so anyway, this little gem had you commanding a robot, a little custom robo, and they get into that in a second. Just give me a second. Don't rush ahead. We have to do this in steps. It would give you a little robo that you would then battle through the game, customize it to match up whatever you needed, and then you would go and do your quest. Because this is an RPG. The quest, of course, is a very simple join up with a ragtag group of lovable scamps in the hopes that you can live up to your father's expectations, and then somewhere along the line you save the world. Really standard fare for RPGs, let's be honest. Again, I'm picking games I like. I'm sorry, I love this game. Even now, just playing it like just for this, to do this, I want to play it some more later on, so I probably will. Yeah, so obviously it has the standard fare RPG story, so that's not anything brilliant. But the real amazing thing about this game was the character customization for the robos. The little robots, you get like 7 different classes in this game, and there's actually more classes that this game doesn't get that the DS one gets, and I think one of the 64 ones gets. Basically, each class does its own little thing. And now, again, you're asking, well, that's cool and all, but what does this have to do with ARMS? Well, I'm going to show you why I think this leads up to ARMS, and I think you're going to give me a little bit of praise here. You're not? No matter, even if it's perfect? Dang it. What do I got to do to please you people? Alright, so let's get right into it. So first we're going to show you some of the robot stuff. And right here we have the Strike Vanisher robots. The reason I'm bringing them up quickly is because, as you can see once I pick the green one, looks kind of familiar, don't it? Exactly. And as you read from the description, it disappears when it does a little air jump. Sound familiar? Oh, I wonder who else does that in ARMS. Oh, right, Ninjara. Right here, check it out. And I know, that's more of a dodge thing than an air jump, but here, check out right before he does a special this way. Now, here, check it out, slow motion. See? Teleport jumps. Just like my Strike Vanisher friend here. And guess what? That's just the tip of the iceberg of this. Here we go. Here's my next person. It is the Aerial Beauty model, which in this game, you actually had 2 sets. You had your regular standard models with like minor variations between each class you picked, and then you had illegal components, which were ones that were actually OP compared to the rest of them by getting extra jumps, more health, or not health, but armor and that. And they allowed you to basically cheese the game if you ever got one. Like right here, check out how many jumps I get with her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 straight into the air. Guess who gets multiple jumps in ARMS? That's right, Ribbon Girl. I mean, look at that. Okay, not the chick on the screen with her fishnet stockings. No, I meant look at Ribbon Girl. She jumped like 3 times and spun twice, which I think is 5. Look at that. There's 1-to-1 comparisons. I got another one here. Check out Brutus the Beefcake here. Yeah, check him out. See? Big, bad Mr. Mummy here. Watch as I use this magnum to blast this dude into oblivion. See that right there? That's what I'm talking about. The Mummy dude gets that big old bonus of having those giant hammer fists. I mean, look at him. He's huge. And so's the robot dude. You get what I'm saying? Like, I swear that this game, ARMS, came from Custom Robo here. Like, they took the best parts with the different classes. They added a bunch of different weapons that anyone can use, which is the same thing with Custom Robo. And they polished it up. And guess what? I like it. I like the idea behind it. I think it's fun. And really quick, before I continue, I want you to see this. The dragon gun. Like, I can't give a more perfect comparison because there's a dragon laser arm in ARMS. Look what it even says. Fires powerful shots that chase the target, and it's a giant laser. Don't believe me? There's even an upgraded version called the Worm. And here is the Worm in action. Watch as it fires 4 separate shots, but it's the single shot I want to show you. As you leap into the air, you fire a single dragon laser beam. My point is made. And seriously, look at it right here. A dragon laser. Like, I just want to bring this up because... Probably because I liked the original Custom Robo. Like, the first game is good, and that's back on, I think, the Super Nintendo. It's like an import now. And this one was a lot of fun. The Cube one. Mostly because I didn't have to translate nothing. That's always a blast. Everything's already done in English. I gotta learn Japanese, I swear. But no, like I showed you, there's so many things that they just perfectly compare between the separate games that I think that Custom Robo led up to ARMS. I really do. And obviously there's more things like I think Mechanica gets to float. One of the units does that here, but unfortunately I did not have that unlocked at the time. Or actually, I did. I just didn't have footage because I didn't think about it. Because I didn't exactly have a sheet of everyone's special abilities and ARMS. But no, I'm going to quickly show you a whole fight of the game. Like, because here's where the big RPG part gets started off. Which, obviously, it's the beginning of your journey. It's like you start off as nobody with nothing. And you work your way up to be the savior of the world. And I don't know if ARMS is going to have that plot. Like... It could have that plot, especially with this guy. Seriously, what is this dude? I mean, really, look at him. Look at him. I must say, though, that this is the most majestic coif I've ever seen on someone's head. Bravo to you, game. Bravo. Alright, we're getting a bit off topic thanks to that dude's hairpiece, which will now haunt my dreams. But anyway... This game I really enjoyed because, A, robots. I'm a big fan of the mecha. I really am. And this one obviously had a very simple plot, you know, just fight robots, work your way up to save the world. Very simple stuff because you had to save it from this thing. Yeah, terrifying, I know. It's called Rahu. Basically, it was some sort of entity that would just learn and adapt, and it was Doomsday. Now that I think about it, it was just Doomsday back then. And they just took Doomsday and they said, well, one day it scanned the children's toy and it gave us a means of which to fight back. Which has got to be one of the weakest plot devices, let's be honest. It really is. Like, why would it go, I could easily destroy all of humanity, but this kid's toy. Oh, please, no, stop it. Not the fidget spinner, no. Knock it off, you. Alright, enough with that thing. I do want to say, though, that wouldn't that be amazing that that's what saved humanity was a fidget spinner? That would be just icing on the cake, wouldn't it? Anyway, here is an actual whole fight, or if you want to call it a whole fight, it was a slaughter, because even with just the basic stuff, of course, at the beginning of the game's tutorial, you learn all your stuff, but no, I just pop up and I just ruin this thing's day. But the big thing about this, besides the fun customization, was the fact that it was 4-player multiplayer. And every person had their own idea of what they wanted for their robot. So some people wanted the jumper, some people wanted the flyer, someone wanted the guy who teleported, someone wanted the big monkey dude. You got all of them. And allowed you to tailor it to your playstyle, a lot like ARMS. Obviously, there weren't like any actual game modes in this. It was just, you know, fight and destroy them. But it was fun. And it would be completely unsurprising to me that if someone had worked on this game, or even a good group of people who had worked on this game, and then they went over to Nintendo and they made ARMS, if they brought it with them. So look at ARMS. ARMS is a blast. And obviously I didn't touch up on all of the ARMS people's special abilities like the Goo Man. Mostly because I don't exactly have too much that can relate between the two. Obviously they have some new ideas. And I just really like this game. That's why I was bringing it back for Throwback Thursday, because I believe this is the prequel to ARMS. I'm saying it right now that if I were to go up to Nintendo and be like, you guys got anybody working from Noise here on ARMS? They would probably be like, how did you know? I'm sorry, that sounded so bad. That was just the worst. I'm so sorry. Anyway, they would be like, wow, you're right. We have this person, this person, this person. And I wouldn't be surprised. That or they just stole the idea, kind of. We're like, what games have we not brought back that people would like? And someone's like, what about Custom Robo? I was like, no, we can't get that one. What about the idea behind Custom Robo? I was like, what do you mean? Well, we got the strategy game. You have a bunch of different classes, and then you can add different weapons to each class, but they can all be the same if you want. And yada, yada, yada. And they're like, yeah, that's perfect. So, yeah. Just, if you get the chance, try and, I don't emulate it. Go to your local store. They're like $4 to $10. Put it on your old Wii or homebrew your Wii U. I'm not telling you gotta homebrew your Wii U. That's just what I did to play this game. Again, though, it's a blast. Go through it. Look at all these guns I have. Each one does something entirely different from the other ones, except for the illegal parts, which are just upgraded versions of ones you already have. So, yeah, this has been Throwback Thursday, with what I believe is the prequel to ARMS. Whether that's true or not, it is. It is. I'm going to put that one on the wager. You can bet me money that this one is, in fact, ARMS is the spiritual successor to this game. That's what I believe. Thanks a bunch for tuning in to BTV. If you like what you saw, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell, do all the fun stuff, helps me out. And BetterThanVegas signing out.